Hello, my name is Lian. I'm professor of ESSEC Business School in digital transformation. Today I'm going to present to you about a master in data science and business analytics of our school. So before we zoom into this specific master degree, I'm going to give you an overview about ESSEC. So ESSEC is a French grand école more than 110 years old. Worldwide, we have 55,000 alumni. We have 4 campuses across the world, and also 205 partner universities in more than 45 countries. The student group is a very international one. We have 34% of international students from almost 100 nationalities. Okay, and in terms of professors, we have, it's also a very international group of professors. We have 162 professors from 37 nationalities. And ESSEC is also very famous for its executive education. We have trained more than 5,000 executives from 500 renowned companies. Okay, so these are the key campuses that I mentioned to you just now. This one is ESSEC campus in France. It is in Cergy-Pontoise, a place that not far away from center of Paris. So if you take the RR, you can see it as a big metro. You can reach the center of Paris within 40 minutes. And the second picture in the middle is ESSEC Asia Pacific campus in Singapore. This campus has been established in 2005. I mean, ESSEC has been in Singapore for 2005, since 2005, but we moved to this building of ourselves about 5 years ago. And the last one is a new campus in Morocco, in Rabat, which was established in 2016. So globally, ESSEC is aiming at developing agility, creativity, and openness. If you're looking at our, as I mentioned, research professors, we have 8 academic departments from management, marketing, economics, finance, accounting management control, public and private policy, IS, decision science, and statistics. Last is operations management. And then we have 7 centers of excellence. And what is very special about ESSEC is the chair. In English is called chairs. So we have 21 English company chairs. I think if you are interested in data science, then the first track is maybe most relevant to you. That is the track we established with Accenture. So focus on strategic business analytics. Students who are enrolled in data science and business analytics, this master program will have a lot of chance to work for this company. And during your study with ESSEC, you will already have a lot of projects, a lot of classes with Accenture. Okay, so this is, ESSEC has a very specific mentorship program. This is, as you can see. We accompany you with your own choices. At ESSEC, you have a professor, that is your academic mentor. And then you have alumni as your professional mentor. Professional mentor, normally we assign one senior professional mentor to you, and also a junior professional mentor to you. That's depend on how long they have graduated from ESSEC. So during your study at ESSEC, you will not only guided by a professor as your academic director, but also by 2 professional mentor, 1 senior, 1 junior. Okay, so ESSEC is also, as I said previously, we have very privileged link with companies. We have about 500 partners of pedagogical and recruitment, and we have 130 partners of Center of Excellence and company shares. That is on this page. Career service is also very strong in ESSEC. So every year we organize 250 meetings with companies in France and abroad, trying to facilitate the job seeking for our students. We have 21,000 offers of internship, apprenticeship, and VIE, including 3,000 international offers. And if you look at the programs of ESSEC, this is the whole portfolio. We have global BBA, that is the youngest student. Then we have various masters. And later I'm going to talk about Master of Data Science, that is one of the master degrees of ESSEC. We have then global MBA. These are, most of them are junior managers. Then we have doctoral degree. Then executive education for more senior people. So if you look at the right side, we have different master programs, and the one highlighted in yellow is Master in Data Science and Business Analytics. So this degree is actually a quite young, quite new degree. It's established in 2014 in France, and as you can see, this is a degree which need engineering input. So we have a very unique hybrid joint program, highly customized from two prestigious engineering and business institutions in Europe. So one, ESSEC Business School, basically we rank number 2 in France, and Specialised, this is ranked number 2 in engineering in France. So this top business school and top engineering school formed this program since 2014. It ranked number 3 last year in QS ranking, with 3 majors. One is data science, so focus more on the hardcore things. One is business analytics. Last is digital strategy. So this program is taught actually in 3 campuses, 2 campuses in France. One is at Specialised, the engineering school. One is at ESSEC, our school, and the other part is in Singapore. The program is taught in English. It depends on your BBA degree, your bachelor degree will determine whether this program is 1 year or 2 years for you. This program also includes very interesting international study trip. For example, our students have been to Seoul, Dublin, Silicon Valley, Hong Kong, Shanghai, so on and so forth, to visit companies that has cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art of business analytics techniques. And we have an internship of, you need to choose an internship or an academic dissertation. And the students in Singapore will also give you a chance to do a capstone project. That is a 3-month project with a local company. Last year we did it with Shopee and 2 other companies. Shopee is one of the largest e-commerce websites. Our students, one team of students of 4 work for them for 3 months, and they did the customer clustering, which means it's customer segmentation for Shopee in Indonesia market. Okay, so as I said, this is alliance of excellence. One side is ESSEC Business School, which we have expertise in business analytics and digital transformation strategy. Another is Specialised, which expertise lies in data sciences. Okay, so if your bachelor is a 3 years program, you are going to do a 2-year master degree with this program. If your master is a 4-year program, then your master of database and business and data science and business analytics will be 1 year. Okay, so this is basically the program in 2 years. You are going to start semester 1 in Sangha Super Lake for your foundation course in business in data science, and then you are going to start your semester 2 core course in management at ESSEC. Then you are going to join the 1-year program for year 2. So what is the 1-year program in year 2 is for September, you are going to take refresher courses at both Sangha and ESSEC. So what are they? So basically they are, for example, negotiation, financial accounting, statistical mathematics and coding. And for data science is business analytics, big data analytics, algorithm techniques, machine learning, so on and so forth. Okay, then after that, you need to choose a major, whether it is a major in data science or a major in business analytics or a major in digital strategy. And after that, you will need to choose, if you choose business strategy, you need to study from April to July in Singapore campus. After that, you need to do your internship and your professional thesis, no matter where you choose. You may choose to go anywhere in the world. Okay, so this is the job prospect for our graduates. You can see most of the students, 1/3 of our graduates go to data science directly. So they work, their major task is to crunch data. And then about 1/5 of the students go to consulting. But so far as I know, those students in consulting, they are also dealing with data. So it's not like they graduate, they join, for example, Bain company or Accenture, then they are immediately doing some strategic project. No, our students, when they join consulting, in the first several years, they are still doing jobs with data, because this is the special expertise of our graduates. And then we also have students going for data analyst position, general management position. This is quite rare, because we do have students after graduation, they directly join. For example, last year, one of my students, he joined a startup. Then this startup is doing personalized perfume. And he immediately becomes CIO of the company. So this is what we mean by general management knowledge. Normally it's for small companies or a startup, then the students join. And we do have students joining marketing, because for data analytics, the most important application is in the area of marketing. And of course, we have students join the innovation companies, innovation sector. So what are the industry sector? So finance, insurance, consulting, and IT and other information services, wholesale, or we also have students joining various specific areas like automotive, manufacture of chemicals and chemical products, energy, industry. So I have a graduate last year joining energy industry, studying new energy, okay? And accommodation and food service activities, arts, entertainment. So it's all kinds of sectors. As you can see, 92% of our students, they find their job within 2 months. This is a very good percentage compared with all other majors. Actually, based on my own experience, most of my students, before they graduate, they have already secured positions. And within half a year, 100% of them found their job. So this is the average wage of their first job. It's about 62,000 euro. This is also relatively higher than other programs. 84% of them work in Europe, 10% in Asia, like in Singapore, Hong Kong, China, and 6% in United States. Okay, so for the application, this is we have 4 rounds of application. Basically, we don't have, for these programs, we don't need interview. You just need to submit your application. So this is the typical intakes profile. About 60% of the students, they have engineering or science background, and 40% have economic or management background. 62% of them are international students, 40% of them are women, most of them are men. 24 is the average age, okay, and this is the tuition fee. 1-year program is 23,000 euro, 2-year program is 35,000 euro. We may have some scholarship for excellent students from the excellence grants of ESSEC. And this is Sonia. She is responsible for the recruiting of this program.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session. And I'm Peng. I'm the Social Academic Director of the Master in Finance program in Singapore. And thank you again for taking time to join this session. So I'll give you some introduction of the Master in Finance degree. So as probably most of you know, Master in Finance degree has a very long history. And we are currently ranked number 5 in the world by Financial Times ranking. So the program is also accredited by the French Ministry of Higher Education. We have 2 campuses, so the program is offered in both Singapore campus and in our French campus as well. So so let me give you a little bit more detail of the program. So as you can, if you are here in the panel discussion session, so you could see our program is really career oriented. So we try to help our students to find a job once they join the program. And the program is also internationally focused. I'm going to show you the statistics of our students' job later, but you can see they have found jobs in all over the world, and our students are also from different countries as well. And because the high ranking of the school and the high ranking of the program, so our program is very selective. And of course, we know our students are excellent, and we don't want to waste our students' time, so our program is also very intensive. Students have a chance to take a lot of courses in the program. So in our surgery campus, we have 2 tracks, corporate finance track and the financial market track. And in Singapore, we have 3 tracks, corporate finance track, financial market track, and the fintech and analytics track. So the program usually starts at the end of August, so it's the Monday of the last week of August. Your student will spend 9 months on campus from the end of August until the middle of May the following year. And we have 3 terms, T0, T1, T2, and T3. So T0 and T1 are usually, we call it the so-called fundamental terms or the core terms. So students take fundamental or core courses in these terms. And more importantly, students also have a chance to receive a career training. As we said, our program is very career-oriented. So in the first week of the program, we do not offer any academic courses. Students will do all kinds of trainings. For example, we have external consulting, the firm called Alumni, which will train our students how to do networking, how to write a CV, how to write their resume, and how to do networking, as well as how to use LinkedIn. And then our in-house career service team will also do some in-house training as well. So basically, alumni's training is more internationally focused, and our in-house career service training is more Asia-Pacific focused. So this is the one thing, except for taking courses in T0 and T1, at the end of September, students are also invited to go to London for a study trip. This study trip is 2-day, and not only students will go visit the banks, networking with professionals and our alumni, they will also have a forum on fintech as well. And in November, for students in Singapore, they will also have another study trip in Singapore. So again, the format is quite similar to the study trip in London. The only thing is now students is going to visit the banks and the financial institutions in Singapore, and then we're also going to have a forum in Singapore. So at the end of December, which is the end of term 1 as well, students will have a chance to exchange between both campuses. So for example, if you start in Singapore, you can choose to go to Cergy, our French campus, if you want. It's not compulsory, but if you want, you can go to the other campus and vice versa. Then starting from January the following year, term 2 and term 3 will start. So in term 2 and term 3, most of the courses are more specialized, and most of the courses will be taught by professionals. The courses in T0 and T1 are mainly taught by our in-house faculty, and courses in T2 and T3 are mainly taught by professionals. Some of the courses will still be taught by faculty. Okay, so then in April, which is the beginning of T3, we usually have a study trip. So for the study trip, it's a 1-week study trip. It's compulsory to all the students. Students can go to Hong Kong or New York for the study trip. They have a choice. Another thing is, so then after 9 months on campus, students will finish all their coursework in May, in the middle of May. Then students will go for internships. So usually we require students to have 4 to 6 months of internship or working experience before they can graduate. If they choose not to do an internship, if they are more interested in academic part, they can also choose to do academic dissertation in order to graduate from the program. So this is the overview of the program. So now let me give you more detail of the courses you are going to take in the program. So T0 is usually from the end of August to the end of September. So in this year, in this term, not only you are going to receive 1 week of career training, you're also going to do some fundamental courses like financial theory, statistics, and foundation in calculus and the probability. For those students who do not have any accounting background, you will also take a accounting course as well. And another thing is soft skill is also very important. So for the students in Singapore, you will also have a chance to take the negotiation skill in financial industry course. Okay, so then T1 is usually from October to December. So in this term, you are going to take most of the core courses in finance. So most of the courses are the same for all the tracks. So we have, as we said, we have a corporate finance track, you have a financial market track, and also we have fintech and analytic track. So most of the courses are very similar. For example, you are going to take a corporate financial management, you are going to take a financial market, options, economics, Python, and then the last course is different. So if you are in the corporate finance track, you are going to do financial accounting and reporting. If you are in financial market or fintech track, you are going to do econometrics, okay? So of course, you are also going to have some electives in term 1. The things related to finance is international finance. Then, also, of course, you can also take electives in Mandarin or French if you want. Another highlight of the program here is throughout the whole program, throughout the whole year, so we invited a lot of speakers from financial industry to talk to our students. So we call it a series of introduction seminar to financial careers. So students will have a chance to talk with the financial professionals. We invited professionals from all different fields. For example, this year, so far, half year has passed. We have invited more than 20 speakers. So they are from, they may be traders, they may be structurers, they may be M&A advisor, they may be PE advisor, PE investors, or they can be asset manager, etc. Okay, so this is another highlight of the program. So then in T2, which is from January to March, in this term, it's the courses are more specialized. For example, and the courses taken by different tracks are very different. So depending on your specialization, for example, if you are in corporate finance track, your core course will be firm valuation, mergers and acquisition, M&A, and financial statement analysis. If you are in the financial market track, your core course will be fixed income, portfolio theory and investment analysis, advanced derivatives market. If you are in the fintech and analytic track, your core course will be financial econometrics, digital financial platform and fintech, and big data analytics. So we also offer a lot of electives in T2. So the common ones would be commodity market and energy market. You can also have financial risk management, ESG investing, alternative asset. Then you can also see very often the core course of one track will be the electives of the other tracks. So that means you can take, even if let's say you do financial market track, you can still take courses in the corporate finance track and the fintech track as electives. Okay, so this is T3. So for, this is for T3. So in T3 is a short term. T3 will run from the beginning of April until the middle of May. And again, this is a specialized term, so students are taking more advanced specialized courses. For example, for the corporate finance track students, you are going to take a project finance, private equity, and for the financial market track students, you are going to do corporate treasury and markets, and also derivative pricing and trading. So for the fintech track students, this in term 3, you will not take any specialized courses except for the common course, which is ESSEC seminar. But rather, you are going to go to a financial institution. It can be a bank, can be a fintech firm, can be a financial institution. You are going to work on a capstone project. For example, this year, our student is going to go to a big French bank to work on a project with the bank. So basically, you are required to write an algorithm for some of the activities the bank is doing. So then in T3, you're also going to take some elective courses. For example, you can have real estate market for corporate finance and the financial market track. You also have VBA courses. Then you can also do corporate treasury and market for the corporate finance track as elective. So again, another highlight of term 3 is you are going to have a study trip. Okay, so this is a graduation requirement. So for the graduation requirement, you are required to, so in ESSEC, we have 2 types of courses. So most of the courses are what we call the full course, which is a 25-hour courses. So it's going to, each course will have 4 ECTS. And then we also have some shorter courses. Those courses will have 12.5 hours, and those courses will earn you 2 ECTS. So totally, you need to earn 58 ECTS from your courses. Then you also need to do a study trip, which is compulsory in April, so which will give you 2 ECTS. So totally you need to earn 6 ECTS from campus. And then you need to either do an internship or you write an academic thesis to earn another 30 ECTS. So totally you will, in order to graduate, you need to have at least 90 ECTS. So this is the minimum requirement. But for example, if you want to, as you could see, we offer many interesting courses in T2 and T3. So if you want to take more courses than what is required, you are free to do it, as long as you can cope with the workload. Okay, so just to complete about the information about the program. So as we said, in T1, which is from September to, from October to December, we usually organize study trip to London and Singapore. So the London trip, all the students are invited, no matter whether you are in Sergi, our French campus, or whether you are in Singapore campus, all the students are invited to go to London. It's not compulsory. If you want to go, you can go, but if you do not want to go, that's okay. And then for the students in Singapore, you can also have a chance to have a study trip in Singapore. This is compulsory to all the students in Singapore. Okay, so these study trips are usually organized by the career service team. And then in April, we have, as we said, we have another study trip, which is 1 week. It's compulsory to all the students. You can either go to New York or go to Hong Kong. And sometimes when Hong Kong is not available, then we'll go to Shanghai as well. So for this one, it's usually organized by the students. So students not only can visit the banks, but they also network with people, exchange with the professionals. They also have a chance to use their organization capability to organize the trip. So the last thing is the internship. As I said, the internship is a very important part of the program because our program is really career-oriented. We want to make sure all our students have will find a good job. So the internship is usually 4 to 6 months in order for you to graduate. If you do not want to do an internship, you can do academic dissertation. Okay, so ESSEC has a very strong ties with financial institutions, and usually we are very well known for our strong alumni network. So not only the number of alumni from ESSEC is very large, but also the alumni in ESSEC are really willing to help our students. As you could see, if you were in the panel discussion, you could see that our students were helped a lot by the alumni when they were students. Then after they graduate, they benefit because they benefit from the help. So now they are willing to help the current students as well. And in addition to that, we are also a CFA program partner. So that every year we offer 15 scholarships to our students if they want to do a CFA exam. In addition to that, we organize a company visit. As you can see, not only we have we have study trips in Hong Kong, in New York, in Singapore, and in London, but also we invite speakers from different industries to talk to the students. And also our career service team will usually organize career fairs, both in our Singapore campus and in our French campus. And also, very often, we every year, at least once or twice, we will organize alumni networking event for our students, in addition to the alumni networking event in the study trips. Okay, so as I said, in our Singapore campus, we have 3 tracks, right? So we have a corporate finance track, financial market track, and the fintech and analytics track. So the first 2 tracks has been there for a long time, and our students know, and also the market know our program, or know those 2 tracks very well. The fintech and analytics track is a new track in the program, so I just want to say a few more words on this one. So as you all know, the financial industry will be revolutionized due to the digitalization, and the fintech analytics can be leveraged across all business lines in the financial institution. For example, with blockchain, with AI, with analytics, you can have a better understanding of your client. You can have a better understanding of the market expectation. You can have a better understanding of the market opportunity, no matter whether you are in trading or M&A or investment or risk management, etc. Okay, so then obviously all the banks are developing this pool of talents. So talents with advanced knowledge in finance, programming, big data analytics, and the cutting-edge financial technology are highly demanded. This is why we have the fintech and analytic track. So our goal is to cultivate future leaders with the ability and the skills to address industry challenges and propose solutions in the fintech analytic landscape. And another good thing about learning fintech and analytics in Singapore is because Singapore has geared up to become a fintech leader. The government has invest a lot in this field, and then also because Singapore has been a financial hub for a long time, so this is a great place to learn fintech as well. Okay, so of course, many of you are curious about what kind of a job you can do if you do a fintech and analytic track. So basically, you can do almost all kinds of job, because no matter what you are doing, as I mentioned, no matter what you are doing, now you need not only the knowledge about the finance, but also you need the knowledge about technology. So for example, you can work in fintech companies, you can work in banks. Most banks has an innovation lab right now. So then you can also work in consulting firms, you can work in accounting firms, risk rating agencies, financial service firms, brokerage, asset and management firms, payment services provider, insurance companies, as well as technology firms. Okay, So probably you have known that our career service team are very helpful. Not only the things I have mentioned, but also that they provide one-to-one services. They provide one-on-one help on your CV correction. Also, they do mock interviews for you. For example, our students really satisfied that whenever they have interview, they can rely on the career service to do a mock interview for them before their real interview. Okay, so here this is some information about the job market of our students for the most recent cohort. So let me go here to see it more clearly. So for example, in the 2018-2019 cohort, which is the most recently graduated cohort, so we have 29 students in Singapore. 6 students have got their summer internships in London, Paris, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Again, if you were in the panel discussion just now, you know how important the summer internship for students who want to enter into the big banks, because this is the most direct way for students to enter into and work in the big banks. So, but on the other hand, you know how competitive these summer internships can be. So if you look at our students, so more than 20% of the students have got a summer internship. So we are really proud of our students, and we are really happy with this percentage. And in addition to that, so right after the middle of May, when they finish their campus coursework, so 4 students got a full-time job directly, and 18 students found a various type of internship. So last year, we also had 1 student who was willing to do an academic dissertation. So this is the list of financial institutions that our students worked in from the last cohort. So as you can see, I'm not going to read all the names, but as you can see, you can see many big names here. So they can be from the banks, for example, Goldman, Citigroup, DBS, BNP Paribas. You can also see RBC, Nomura, Standard Chartered, UBS, etc., and Natixis, etc. And then you can also see some big names of investment firms. You can also see some big name of commodity firms as well. The positions the students hold for the students in the last cohort can be investment banking trainee, management associate, structuring associate, sales assistant, summer analyst for global market in trading and structuring. They can also become summer analyst for market and security services, summer intern for sales and trading, summer analyst for security division, summer internship for credit analyst. And some of them also doing M&A analyst, private equity analyst, trade finance intern, equity research intern, commodity analyst, equity derivative and structured product sales assistant, quantitative researcher, financial analyst intern, and the corporate finance trainee intern. Okay, so just now is the statistics for the students in the last cohort, which is the most recent cohort. So here, this is the information of the students graduated in 2016, I think. This survey was did in 2017. So by that time, students have finished their internship. So 90% of graduates were into work life, and 88% of graduates have an international function, and 87% of graduates found a job within 3 months of graduating. So their average gross annual salary is 62,300 euros. And so again, they work in all different financial institutions across the world. And also their functions, again, cover almost all functions in financial industry. So I'm not going into detail of this one. Okay, so the next slide. So probably you are interested in who can apply. So we are interested in not only students with a business background, but also we are interested in students with engineering, science, mathematics, economics background as well. So you need to have a bachelor or master degree in order to apply to our program. We have 2 types of program. So if you have done 4 years of higher education after your high school, you can apply to our 1-year program. So that means you just need to spend 9 months on campus, then you do your internship, then you will graduate. if you have completed a 3-year of higher education after your high school, that means you have a 3-year bachelor degree, then you need to spend 2 years with us. So for the 2-year program, the first year you are going to spend 3 months on campus to take some fundamental courses and also including some programming courses. Then you are going to do 6 to 8 months of internship. So then in the second year, you are going to do the program as if the same as the 1-year program students. So the admission is based on several criteria. Number 1, academic record and the curriculum. Number 2, your professional experience. Your motivation is also important, recommendation letter, and also your actual curriculum activity is also important. We do require students to take a management aptitude test, for example, GMAT, GRE, TouchMatch if you are from France. And English test is also required for those students who do not have a degree in, who didn't study in English before. So it's TOEFL, S or TOEIC. Okay, so this is the online application deadline. So the first 2 rounds have passed. So the next round will be round 3, and the deadline is March 3rd, 2020. So it's 10 days from, about 10 days from now. And the deadline for round 4 will be April 28th, 2020. So here is the application process. You should start your application. Okay, you have the link on the slides. Then you organize all your documents, all the required documents. You prepare for your test. Then you submit your application. Okay, here just to have a gentle reminder that 10 days left before round 3. So make sure you submit your application if you are interested in our program. And you can also schedule one-on-one consultation with through this email address.